Let's shift our focus to global efforts to rein in Pyongyang now. It's been 2 months and yet a tougher UNSC resolution on the regime over its fifth nuke test. And yet there are no signs of progress. According to our Kwon Soa, there are growing concerns China and Russia are not only playing a role in stalling the new resolution, but also showing a lukewarm attitude towards the level of sanctions. Take a look.
It's now certain that the adoption of a new set of UN Security Council sanctions against North Korea's fifth nuclear test in September will take longer than the previous one, which was imposed 57 days after Pyongyang's fourth nuclear test earlier this year. The main reason, according to multiple diplomatic sources, is that the U.S. and China are in a tug-of-war over whether to include a restriction of North Korean coal exports in the new resolution, which is a significant business between Pyongyang and Beijing. According to Japanese broadcaster NHK, a source familiar to North Korea said China's Vice Foreign Minister Ryu Jeon-min, during his recent trip to Pyongyang, delivered the message that China is being cautious on sanctions that could impact the livelihood of the North Korean people, a statement that most likely refers to the North's coal industry. That's why sources say Washington and Beijing may make a compromise on decreasing trade, but not banning it once and for all. Meanwhile, Russia also appears determined to continue to trade with North Korea in certain areas. Russia's Minister for the Development of the Russian Far East told a local news agency that Moscow is expected to continue its economic cooperation with Pyongyang within the limits of adopted sanctions. He said that includes the supply of electricity to the north, as Russia and North Korea signed an electric power deal late last year. That could be of concern to South Korea.
We are closely observing all economic cooperations between Russia and North Korea. As for South Korea, the effectiveness of sanctions are important, so we aim to closely cooperate with related countries for a thorough implementation.
As China and Russia played a role in delaying the adoption of Resolution 2270 that followed the North's fourth nuclear test, watchers say they may become the culprits for the delay in the next resolution too. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.